Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel, Huub Hildenbrand Guitar Academia. Today we have lesson 2 on Tihai. So we take this Tihai, this rhythmical or melodic phrase, which we will repeat 3 times, that it ends on in our case now, on the first beat of the rhythmic cycle. And we this is now lesson 2 of that Tihai, and I assume actually that you have watched the first video from last week, also that you that you gain maximum, or that you at least understand what we are talking about. And also down in the description below you find a link for a PDF where it's everything written, also what we will talk today. Okay, so I will, as I said, I mean maybe just briefly, what is a Tihai? A Tihai is a purely North Indian or purely Indian concept, and the idea of a Tihai is that you have a certain phrase, either just rhythmic or melodic, and you repeat that phrase 3 times identically, and then it is constructed like that you will at the end, the last beat of the second repetition of the 3rd time through will end on the 1. It can also end on other beats. That's also quite common in certain talas, but mostly or very often it's a kind of a resolution thing. It's like a cadence thing. It creates tension and then it resolves to the 1. Okay, but if you have any if you really have any confusion now about that, what I just said, go back to lesson 1. There it's really explained much more. Okay, today we will talk about the 11 in Tintal. You can say like the magic number for Tihai, the magic number in Tintal is 11. Okay, what is Tintal? Tintal is a 16-beat cycle. It has 16 beats, and that is very related to our, for example, our 4/4 bar. Yeah, where in a 4/4 bar, like 4 quarter notes, we have also 16 sixteenths. So we can say, okay, one cycle is like 1 4/4 bar, but that's only if it's played a bit more quick. Sometimes like this Tintal is very slow, then you would maybe say like, okay, every quarter note is already like one beat if you compare it, or every half note or every whole note if you compare it to the Western notation of rhythm, of measures and so on. In the most standard time signatures, you can say like 2 4 4 4. There you can always put like for example, you can put two 4 bars together, and then you have like 4 4. I mean 4 quarter notes, and you can have like 16 sixteenths. Or you say, no, I take like 2 4/4 bars, and I'm not counting the 16ths but the 8th notes. So with 2 4/4 bars you also have 16 8th notes. Or you say, I have 4 4/4 bars and I count quarter notes, then you have 16 quarter notes. So it's really it's just a bit of thinking maybe how to apply that in the Western measure form. We will think of like we have a 4/4 bar. We have a 4 quarter notes in 1 bar equals 16 sixteenths. So we are already already dividing like every beat of the pulse. So these 4 quarter notes we will divide into 4 microbeats. So we can also speak them, of course, with these syllables like takidimi, 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 takidimi. Yeah, so we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16. So that's like 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1. Yeah. Okay, but I think that's really clear. That's really basic. But it's a real different perspective on the whole system. So it might be like very nothing special or like very normal what I'm just telling you, just very basic things if you are into like Western music. But the way it is thought in India, in Indian classical music, it's a bit different. So in a way, I try to make really clear how these two concepts are like related in a way. How the thinking is maybe just different. In Indian music, you actually think more these constant beats, whereas in Western music, you think more like grooves. Kind of, or like a 4/4. It's like a kind of a groove, or a 3/4. This is a waltz kind of a thing. And in India you have more like also much longer cycles than 3 and 4. And so and your approach is more like counting these beats and then also subdividing each beat into a certain amount of a certain number of microbeats. So that's actually what we're doing here. In Indian, you would say like a 4/4 bar is, okay, you have a 4-beat cycle, and 16th means, okay, we divide every basic pulse, like every matras, I think it's called, of this cycle into 4 microbeats. So that equals, we just have 16ths in a 4/4 bar. Okay, now, when you have 16 16ths in a 4/4 bar, and you put together 2 4/4 bars, yeah, then you have 32 16ths, 32 microbeats to deal with. In the first lesson, we said that we also consider, when we construct Tihais, we consider the 1 of the next cycle, where this Tihai will end. It will also have the 1 of the next measure or the next cycle or whatever. So when we add this to our 32, then we have 33. And 33 is 3 times 11. And this is like also like a Bedam, would be a Bedam Tihai, because we don't have any gaps. So 11, 11, 11, and then the last 11 speed will be the 1. And that's a very cool thing, actually. So, and it's a very typical thing also. I mean, in Indian classical music, of course. So if we count like 1, 2, let's take this metronome here. Takadimi, 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 1. So it's a 4/4 bar. The high pitched click, this one, is the 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Maybe we can do it in a half speed. So it's always possible to do something in half speed. So we are thinking now 8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So we need like 4 measures for 4 to equal 32 8th notes, and then we add 1. I'll show you. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah? So that's a cool thing. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, if I do it quick, hope I can count that quick. Takadimi, 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 takadimi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so that's a basis. That is a basis. So we know, okay, we can have like an 11 microbeat phrase, an 11 beat phrase, and when we repeat that 3 times, our last beat will resolve nicely to the one of the next cycle or the next measure. And then also what's actually so special about that Tihai, 11-beat Tihai, is that it not only ends on the 1 but also starts on the 1. That's a very special thing, and that also makes it easier to play, because you do not really have to count or calculate or think or like beats, like the pulse, or like mentally see the beats to really be sure. Oh, I have to go there. That's what we had to do in the last lesson, to really calculate. Oh, okay, from 6.5 beat I have to start to that the whole thing will resolve, and I also have to apply these 2 gaps and so on. So it's quite complicated actually. 11 is I mean, the basis is just simple. You just start on 1. You make sure that you have 11 microbeats, and the last beat will be like, also if you compose a Tihai, like a melodic phrase, you make a melodic phrase out of the rhythmical structure. You try, of course, to end with on the last beat to have a kind of a resolution note, which really resolves. So when you go to the 1 resolve there, that it's actually also like melodically resolved. We will in this lesson, and please go down in the description below and get the PDF, because everything is written out there, and it's really, I think it's really helpful and very good possibility to for you to follow this also with your eyes, the notation, and also of course it supports this channel, so a win-win. Okay, so the idea of this lesson now is to really go into this 11 microbeat Tihai, and applying that and making music with that, so putting notes to that, and also to show like different concepts. So it's not only that you play like 11 beats straight and then another 11 and then another 11. You can also insert gaps or make like diri strokes in between, or you use like chikari, like a kind of a jala thing. And that's what you can group them in different ways, and that's what happens here now in this lesson and on these pages, of course. So we will just go through that, and I will play them. I do my best to play these as good as I can. First line, you also see the scheme of what we talked today. Huh? I mean, we just talked like you have like 2 for 4 bars, and you count like 8. These are like 8 quarter notes, which you can apply microbeats, 16 microbeats, 16 sixteenths, and then they are grouped with this 11. They're grouped into 11 microbeats. Okay, so let's take the metronome. And The scale which I use here is the Phrygian scale. So it's not the one we choose last lesson. Last lesson we had like Mixolydian flat 9, this I hear by Raf, Raga scale. So we take Phrygian. Now, the first thing is 11, of course, just these 11 microbeats, but grouped in a different way. Yeah, I mean, before they were not grouped at all, just 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you can also speak this. Dara 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 da dara 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 da dara 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 da. And the last da will fall together with a 1. And we take what do we take here? Like right. So we have a kind of a scale. We take a scale sequence, and just for your information, I mean, these notes are actually just added here, just to make this whole thing work in a musical way, that you also hear it and that you get this idea. But these are just, in a way, these are just rhythms, yeah, which you can add any notes to that, and you can also, of course, once you know all these possibilities of variation. At the end of the lesson, then you can just make up anything you like. Yeah. So the notes are just now added for to have a kind of a musical experience here also. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Okay, next would be 3, 3, 3, 2. So the next is just another grouping. Eh? It's only about grouping here. The first two different versions of 11. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You can also speak like takita, 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 taka, takita, 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 taka, takita, 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 taka. Or you say darada, 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 darada. 3, 4. One more time. Sorry. 3, 4. One more time. Okay, the next one is there are actually like two concepts in a way together. One concept is again a different grouping, like 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And the other concept, how we are doing these twos, or always 2 microbeats, is with this Chikari string. So C, as you might know if you follow these lessons here with Jala, C is is written for Chikari, and Chikari is this kind of a. On the guitar, we do just that. We just add this low D. Normally, it's a very high note, high pitch, but we add this and we play it more soft also, and we try to have it more overtone, rich on overtones. So we don't want to have like something like that. Yeah, that would be maybe more in the metal field work. But we have more like from here we start actually. Okay, so that's the idea. If there's a chick, it's always the low root, the pedal note, and yeah, we can play that in many different rhythmical ways. Dachik, 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 dara da, dachik, 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 dara da, dachik, 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 dara da. One more time for me. It's always really helpful to recite it. Yeah, sometimes I have a feeling that reciting is sometimes easier. And at the same time you can feel this more easily, and you internalize this a bit also, because you do it also with your body. Yeah. So, and what will also happen if you use all these syllables like a lot, like da, diri, ra, and chik, and so on, you will also get more this associations, that you have the feeling, okay, when you say da, you already feel like the downstroke happening. Okay, let's go on. Next is 4-4-3. Yeah, it's the same as the first, but this time with chick, 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 chick. Da chick, 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 da chick, 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 da ra da. Da chick, 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 da chick, 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 da ra da. Da chick, 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 da chick, 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 da ra da. 3, 4. Where do I start? 3. Okay. Time. You can also count these chick strokes, because there's kind of also rest, like kind of gaps. It feels like gaps, so you can say like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Yeah. Actually, it's quite difficult. It was a bit difficult now, but this technique is actually very. It can be very helpful and make things easier when you have a longer chain of gaps or chick strokes. You know, if you have like what we had in the last lesson, like 12. Yeah? So you have like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, and because once you play this as a Tihai, this always shifts its place in the measure, or also starting on a different 16ths. So it feels very, very different, and that's also the idea, you know, the tension. You actually, in a way, you should make it not feel different. You should make it sound like the same. But because it feels different, once you also feel this basic pulse while doing these Tihais, like 3 gaps will feel completely different when they are like rhythmical displaced to other microbeats. Yeah, you like whoops, this was 3 already, and you always want to add maybe one more to have the next note on the foot or whatever. So. So it can be really helpful to just really count and stay in the speed of the microbeats. And for the next, I would definitely do that, because I don't play there. Huh? Like the next is the same as before, but without chick. 3, 4, da 1, 2, 3, da 1, 2, 3, da ra da, da 1, 2, 3, da 1, 2, 3, da ra da, da 1, 2, 3, da 1, 2, 3, da ra da. 2, 3, 4. Let's try it without counting. Oh, actually, that's more simple because it always comes on the same 16ths, so to speak. But let's do it with counting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a bit more work, but yeah. As I said, if you have really longer chains of gaps, then it could be really helpful. Can be really helpful. Okay. Next. Da ra da 1 2 da ra da 1 2 da da ra da 1 2 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 da 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, that was quite good. It's quite challenging, this one. Okay, next one. Next one is the idea. Yeah, before we had, I didn't mention that actually. Before we had this idea of inserting gaps. Yeah, so we just take the whole chain of 11 microbeats, and then we can just omit certain beats and I mean certain notes, but still keeping the beat. So make a note, make it a gap, and then you have still 11 something, but you don't play through the whole time. Okay. Next would be the addition of Diri strokes. So you have a sort of like tremolo thing happening. Oh, that was good. Woo. Okay. There's nobody who says this, you know, hey, well done, very good. So I have to do it myself. Okay, next is, there's also a variation. Let's do that also. Almost. One more time. All right. I got that. Okay. Next is also inserting Diri strokes, but also, I mean, as a one before, it's also a grouping. Yeah, you have also like 4, 4, and then kind of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Dara 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 diri diri da dara da dara da dara da diri diri da dara da dara da. No. Dara 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 diri diri da dara 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 diri diri da dara 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 diri diri da. Let's do it with this one. Dara 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 diri diri da dara 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 diri diri da dara 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 diri diri da. One more time. Dara 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 diri diri da dara 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 diri diri da dara 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 diri diri da. All right. The next is also inserting Diri strokes, so like these tremolo strokes, but at the same time we also have a different grouping here. We have like 3, 3, 3 plus 2 or something like that. It's like diri diri da, diri diri da, diri diri da ra da. Diri diri da ra da. Actually, I would see that as 3, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Is this right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. So it's like let's do it with a click. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again with accent on the da last. All right. And the notes scale down. 2, 3, 4. These are really challenging, actually. It's to also play them in a good way, play them nice with these tremolo strokes, and then always displace this ball. I call this also like ball displacement, when you play the same ball on different beats, and that's already like kind of a challenging also to just do very simple balls like diri 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 to displace them. We will do this also in future lessons. I already have some material there for you. Next, next is like straightforward in a way. You can say it's like 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3, for example. Dirida, 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 dirida. Let's do it with this one. By the way, when we had lessons with Mick Goodrick at Boston Berklee College of Music, he told us metronome is God. So I play with God now. I mean, it's also because a metronome can't fail. Okay, it's a joke actually. Anyway. Dirida, 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 dirida. Wrong note. Have to make some corrections here, that you don't get like mistakes in your PDF. Okay, I think it will not get better today. All right, now next page. First one is the kind of variation technique we had before, inserting a gap. So instead of like straight 11, we insert, instead of next to the last note or beat, we insert a gap. So we have 4, 4, and then a kind of a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Or dara 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 da, da dara 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 da, da dara 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 da da. Try that. First reciting it. Dara 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 da, da dara 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 da, da dara 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 da da. That's it. It's like kind of unexpected, at least for the player. Okay, then we have dara da, dara da, dara da. 3 times dara da, but the last is a bit different than the previous 2. Dara da, 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 dara da. Okay. It's also, I mean, we are just going through these different Tihais, the way they are, the way they are normally played and inserted, you can say, in the music, or how they will become a part of the whole thing of the music, is mostly they happen at the end of like developments of some musical developments. Very often we start like it starts like more soft, more calm, more resting, and like usually like building up tension more and more, and like culminating like at a kind of a climatic point into the Tihai, and boom, resolve it back to like this calm, peaceful, resolved one, the shom of the cycle, the one. So that's actually the way it goes. It's in a certain you can actually say what happens at the large scale. It also happens in the small scale. Yeah. So like the whole alap, the first part of a raga performance, will just be a constant build up, and then yeah, like go actually to one like climatic climax, to one climax, and then that's it. And also the same when the tabla joins, it will go also up. First a slower tempo, then getting into a faster like a composition, and like doing really like powerful and getting more and more ecstatic, and then climax, and that's it. Like a very, very quick downward movement at the end to be really high, and then just resolve that very, very quick, like dynamic and things. All right, the next one, or the next two, we also have 11, but in this case we don't have 11 sixteenths, but we have 11 eighths. So this thing actually goes for 4 bars. Yeah. So you have the basses 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And yeah, and of course also using sixteenths. So it's just the same thing as we did before, but like in a half speed, you can say. Yeah. It's also, you could also like bring it back to double speed. Then you would not have eighth notes at the beginning, but sixteenths, and then you would also have not these 8 sixteenths, but 8 32nd notes. So also this tremolo thing. So you can actually just apply the same patterns for different speeds, for different tempos. Just thinking, one time you're thinking, okay, eighth notes. One time you're thinking sixteenths or whatever, you know. I mean, or like even like whole notes, or like quarter notes, you know, like to really have like 1, 2, like I don't know, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Da ticka da ticka da ticka da ticka da 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 ticka da ticka da ticka da ticka doom. Da ticka da ticka da ticka da ticka da 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 ticka da ticka da ticka da ticka doom. Da ticka da ticka da ticka da ticka da 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 ticka da ticka da ticka da ticka doom. You know, this was like very messy and not really correct, but you got this idea. So we have like a 1, 2, 3, we actually count, I just counted quarter notes. So let's take this 11/8 thing. The pattern is going 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And what I also said, what I also tried to make clear in the last lesson on Tihai, in the first lesson, that this concept with Tihai really best, of course, works when you have like a sort of modal context. So when you have one mode, one scale, one root, which stays the same for the whole time, because then you don't have to care about chord changes, and the functions of the notes you're using will always be the same. You know, it doesn't matter whether you play your B flat on the 1 or on the 2 or on the second 16th of the 8th bar or whatever, wherever. It's always a flat 6. Yeah, so you can really freely explore, develop these rhythmical concepts. So I think that's also one of the main reasons why this rhythmical thing is developed so incredibly high. Yeah, like Indian music is the height of rhythmical development in the world, for sure. Okay, so let's take the next one. The next one is again an 11/8. Yeah. So we take like 4 bars. And the idea here, of course, is grouping. Yeah, you have this grouping like 3, 3, 2, 4, 4, 2, and then these strong accented notes. In this case, so the pattern is going dara da dara da dara 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 da 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 dara da dara da dara 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 da 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 dara da dara da dara 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 da da da. Or you say like takite, it's also takite takite take take dimmi take da 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 takite takite take take dimmi take da 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 takite takite take take dimmi take da da da. Okay, that's it. Now, the last one is again an 11/16 thing. And 11/16 you also could say this is 5.5. And that is something very like a general thing, a general information you should have when you calculate these different Tihais. In the first lesson, we spoke about that, and you have this sheet there where how you calculate Tihais, and we will not consider half beats when constructing or composing a Tihai. Yeah, so this Tihai, what we have here, really looks like 5 beats plus a half beat, plus 1/2 beat. But we are not thinking half beats. Whenever we have that, whenever we come across this kind of a thing, we really think these half beats as our beats which we have to calculate. Yeah? So so it's 11 again here. It's just a different approach. You can say it sounds really like there's 5 and a half, you know, but this is really like that's the way it sounds. That's the way we make music with it. But that's actually a way how we compose an 11. So this is not 5/2, this is 11. So equal, we need equal beats. We don't consider half beats. Whenever we have to consider half beats, we just take the double speed of the whole thing, and then our half beat is like just 1 beat. Okay, so that's a kind of a for calculation. This makes things much more straightforward and easier also, and more clear. Yeah, so you don't have to consider half beats. It's also always like numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, whatever, just like that. Okay, so we will take that. So it's like the way we can count that with these takite syllables is for example like takke 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 da takke 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 da takke 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 da. Yeah, that's one way. Do that with a metronome. Takke 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 da takke 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 da takke 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 da. And the notes. Takke takke takke. Takke 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 da takke 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 da takke 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 da. Oh yeah, we could also do this Chikari thing there. Also, this is a nice idea to actually sound as something like half speeds, it's like slower, and then it shifts like on the off beats. But as I said, it sounds like a half beat, but you reduce this always, or you bring it always back to the to full beats. So I think you get it. All right, so that's it for this lesson. So we talked about the 11, and in the context of this 11-beat Tihai, or pala of the Tihai, we talked about like different concepts. Yeah, so this was also the one of the main things here in that lesson, to talk about what we actually can do when we have like a certain number of microbeats or a certain number of beats, to make music with that, to have like different possibilities of variation. Okay, next week we go on with this Tihai thing. So next week, lesson 3. So I hope you like these lessons. It gives you new ideas or some maybe you heard some Indian music before also, or and now you understand maybe certain things, because you of course this is something you really hear in the music, huh? If these phrases are just repeating 3 times, that's something what's really like audible. It's really like okay. So that's, and also it makes you maybe more aware how rhythmical the whole thing is, and that you have this rhythm there, and this cycle which is always going, and like a good musician, they know really well where they are in this cycle, and where to start this Tihai and so on. I mean, it's, as I said, it's really like this. It has a real high complexity rhythmically, so it's not that easy, that stuff. So it's not like a Westerner can just go there and how's the rhythm going? Okay, I got it. No, definitely not. All right, so if you like these lessons here on Guitar Academia, please don't forget to subscribe, and also click the bell button to get notifications when a new video will be released, which is the case here every week. And also down in the description below you find a link to my website, hupildenbrand.com. There on the Guitar Academia side you find a button where you can also donate, so to support this channel. This would be really cool to go on, and you get more involved in the whole thing, and I'm sharing these things, and it's really working, so would be really great. All right, so stay tuned. See you next week with the next lesson, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. My name is Hup.